Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Pamela Manana and I hope you stay. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I hope you're with a friend and I hope you enjoy this video. I promised you guys a sit down. It's finally here. This is the first sit down of I hope many. And yeah, I figured a lot of people do enjoy like the intimate moments, as do I, and I feel like it's very important for us to reconnect, like recenter, have serious talks, because I feel like I tend to be happy-go-lucky on my channel, and that's not the true reality of the things that I face on a day-to-day basis. Like, I be going through it, okay? I have serious challenges, as does everyone who's in their 20s. I'm approaching my mid-20s. I'm already in my mid-20s, actually, and yeah, it's a lot. So I hope this video assists you. And this is self-diagnosis, guys. I have not seen someone to fully diagnose me with an addiction, and I'd like for you to watch this video and liken my problem with any addiction that you might feel. It might not necessarily be to social media, but like anything that you feel like you have to be codependent on and you feel like has just taken up so much time and power from you, just so you can relate and feel seen. That's what I want more than anything. Feel seen. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, let's get straight into it. What inspired me? Not inspired per se. Do I want to remove these things first from my face? Let's remove them. They're supposed to be on my face for like, or under my eyes, for like 15 minutes, but it's only been like, you can say 10. I don't have time. Usually I let them like dry. I'm wearing a hair bonnet from my lash tech. Actually, her name is Tato and she sells hair bonnets. I'll put up all her information. But I love this sleek black hair bonnet. I like black. If you know me, you know. What inspired me to speak about this is I was watching this video by this YouTuber. I don't even know what his name is, but I will put the link to the video on the screen, as well as a screenshot of how the video looks. He was like describing my life, I can say, a few months ago to the T. You wake up, you grab your phone, you scroll. By the time you realize that you've been scrolling your morning away, it's 10, you're hungry, you go make food. And to eat your food, you have to watch something. So you're scrolling again and you're eating. And you're taking longer to eat than you would because you're trying to find something to watch while you eat. And now you have to wait for your food to digest. What happens then? You scroll to waste away time. Now it's 12. Half of your day is gone and you're like, you know what, you might as well just stay in bed. You promise you're gonna get up at 2. You're gonna get up, clean up your room and get productive. You're scrolling and then it's 4 o'clock. The day is gone. Your brain is fried, you're tired and you're hungry all over you again. So sometimes you haven't even showered. When he was saying those things, I was just like, I don't want to live this life, guys. I don't want to live this life. And more than anything, when I am the most scared or anxious about something, it's usually when I'm not speaking to God as frequently as I should. I'm not praying in the morning. I'm not journaling. I'm just disconnected. So obviously I am a content creator, guys. And so when I had to have this moment of honesty with myself about a problem that I really believe I still have, you know, I had a plethora of excuses as to why it's okay for me to be using my phone this much time, why I get the excuse, you know, why I get like the whole pass. Like I don't necessarily identify as a person with a problem if social media is such a big part of my life, my day-to-day, you know, all of that stuff. No. Let me just tell you now, as a content creator, you can still have a problem. It's very possible for you to be addicted to social media. If anything, we are the ones who are at risk of that because, guys, let me tell you, the real thing that what I'm actually doing on my phone for the most part is scrolling. I'd like to lie and say I'm not scrolling, or I'm doing something important. I'm doing answering emails. I'm talking to brands. I'm not. I'm scrolling on TikTok mindlessly. If TikTok is boring, I'm going to Instagram Reels. I'm scrolling my life away. I'm comparing myself. I'm going through my own profile. What can I do to improve my profile? What can I do to improve my accounts? Why aren't brands choosing me? This girl has 20,000 followers. How come she's worked with all these brands and I haven't? What's wrong with me? That's what I'm doing the whole time. I'm making myself absolutely miserable because I'm just comparing myself the whole time. Like, when I was watching this guy's video, it hit me that I really do have a problem because, one, my brain is so fried, guys. It's so fried. I think a bit slower, or I think it's better now. I think a bit slower than I normally do. And the worst thing about it is not being able to fall asleep until you actually watch TikTok. Like, that was the biggest indication that I have a problem as well. Like, I cannot go to bed without scrolling through my FYP. Do you know how scary it is for you to need something to make you fall asleep? Something that I used to do so effortlessly. I need to scroll through my phone for hours before I can fall asleep. Another indicator was definitely my screen time. My screen time, every Sunday, I would get the notification and I'd be so scared to look at it because I'd be so embarrassed that that's how much time you're spending on your phone a week. A week aside, gay, daily. It's actually so embarrassing. Like, I never thought I would have a problem like that, you know? And you know what's so funny? When I was younger, I think it was around the time I had just gotten my acceptance for NW, like to study here. My mom has a friend, his name is Bongani, very good friend of mine, like a very good family friend. And I was on the phone. I think I still had my iPhone 6 at the time. Obviously, I was in my first year. I still had my iPhone 6 at the time, and I was sitting next to him. And he was just staring at me. And he was like, after a while, he was like, Le phone len, ito phazamisa esikolweni. And I'll never forget that because he was so serious and he was so concerned. And he was like, Pamela. Litogo phazamisa esikolweni. He even told my mom, he was like, Pamela, uto phazamiswa iphone esikolweni. And I was just like, damn. At the time, I don't think I was like, damn. But now looking back, I'm just like, damn. Like, because lo and behold, that's exactly what happened, guys. Like, I can blame so many things that have gone left, wrong, or delayed, or so many setbacks I can blame on how much time I spend on my phone, going through different apps, just requiring that. I don't know if it's instant gratification or entertainment. I think it's more than anything stimulation. I think it's like a cigarette, which I don't think there's anything wrong with anyone who smokes or anything, but like I can say vape because people have really come out to say vape is an extremely horrible and addicting or addictive vice. I think it's a vice. I think what makes me a bit sad about him saying that was that he was able to see just how worrisome my relationship was with my phone at a young age, guys. Like, man, because when I was in my first year, I was literally only 19. I think I had just turned 19. So I was just like, looking back, I'm just like, have I always had this problem? Do I really love social media, or am I more addicted to it than anything? And if so, how can I help myself? Like, what can I do about this? I need to get my life in order because I don't like the quality of my life. More than anything, I think the relationship that social media has harmed. Not harmed, but can harm and has caused a bit of friction is my relationship with my mom. My mom is extremely old school, guys. She's like a parent that was born before technology, so ifone kuye nje, ucingo kuye nje leg receiver. But my social media, nani, okay, unato, fine. She has the standard WhatsApp and whatever, but and that's all she has actually. Me and my mom are the polar opposites, guys. Like, she couldn't care less. She doesn't take pictures of anything. I am the one who's always like, pose phela mage. Funa uposta status sakho. Angibude athi kwanje lokho Pamela like ngichaza bani mangenta njani. Like, umsebenzi waloko yini kahle kahle sisi. It's mina no futhi baloko for abantu ukuthi babone, and then mebabona batongenda betongipha imali. Batonginiketa ini? Bangendela nje bantu njengoba ngibapostela mina. That is my mother. And my mom like is me and her are very close, and she's big on quality time and stuff like that. So when I'm on my phone and I'm distracted and she's talking to me, it's really frustrating for her. Like, it's very frustrating for her. Like, I can actually see that it affects her really badly. Like, she just really hates it when I'm not paying attention to her, or I'm spending so much time on my phone, because I literally could be glued to my phone for hours. And I get defensive over it. That's how I know I'm in the wrong, because when I see on the phone and you get defensive, that's how you know that you have a problem. Sometimes they do blow things out of proportion, I won't lie, because literally parents blame everything on phone usage. Everything. My mom is not even exempt to that. She blames everything on my phone. But I see what she's saying. Like, now my frontal lobe is lobing, and ngiyabona ukuthi nginenkinga, like ngiyabona ukuthi I have a problem. Obviously the standard things, like when you're studying, you need to consistently like pick up your phone. It's distracting you from studying, you know, things like that. Like, just the time that you spend, bro. TikTok has to be the worst, guys. Like, for me, TikTok is really, like, it really has done horrid things to my attention span, my productivity as a human being, even as a content creator, guys. Like, what I did is that winter recess hit, and then I went home for recess, and I spent a lot of time alone. I just spent a lot of time on my own in the house, just reflecting, and I'm just like, Pamela, what have you done? Like, everyone's gonna come back from work. What have you done today besides scroll through your phone? What have you done? What have you actually done besides scroll on your phone, eat? And I've been feeling like this for a very, very long time. And guys, social media is not just Instagram, TikTok, and all of that stuff. It's also YouTube. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube. And again, I could say my excuse is that I'm a YouTuber, and I'm trying to draw experience and inspiration, and I'm trying to just inspire myself and like get new ideas. No. It's an escape. When I began trying to condition my brain to use less of my phone, my thoughts were so crippling, guys. I realized that I was actually using social media as an escape, because that alone time, when last did you eat in silence without watching anything? You know how difficult that is? Guys, I had to have a TikTok for every meal. And my excuse, again, because I have excuses for days. I have excuses for Africa, baby. My excuse was that, oh no, I don't like the feeling of eating alone. Baby, you need to learn how to do that. You need to be by yourself in your thoughts. You need to be able to hear your inner voice. Something is wrong if you can't sit in silence for more than an hour. There's something wrong. If you can't sit still in a room for more than an hour, if that gives you anxiety, corner into it off. It needs immediate attention, that problem that you have. The most severe, I can say, disadvantage of the problem that I have or still have, I don't know actually. I feel like it's better now, but again, I'm self-diagnosing myself, so I don't know. My relationship with God took a big hit, guys. Like, that time in the morning when I'm supposed to be praying and I'm scrolling my life away instead, when I'm supposed to be having a one-on-one with God, when I'm supposed to be journaling, which is very important for me. Like, ever since I lost my dad, journaling has really, really helped me. I wouldn't say I have a best friend. I actually don't. Is that sad? I hope not. because I'm fine with that. Like, I'm okay. Like, the friendship thing for me, I'm saying again. When that was not happening anymore and that was being replaced by sometimes I would try to sleep without going through social, like TikTok, like scrolling and stuff, and I would get the shakes. Guys, I'm not even joking. I know that this sounds very dramatic, and if you don't believe me, I don't blame you, because I don't think this is a problem that everyone has. So I prayed about it, I fasted about it. I'm much better now. Guys, God is so present when you don't have distractions. Oh my gosh, you can hear him so much more clearly. My level of discernment is through the roof. At this point, ngiva ngathi ukhuluma nami ngqo, like siyaconversa. Intwana yam braji, like I'm not where I want to be, because honestly, I still do mindlessly scroll. I waste time and all of that. But small things, like I'm at places much earlier. That has improved more. I'm a better human being, honestly. Something about turning the age that I'm turning this year, I feel has a lot to do with all the changes I'm going through. That frontal lobe, Madwal, it's frontal lobing, and I'm here for it, honestly. Navigating your 20s, guys, is not easy, especially because of the pressures, and social media makes that so much worse. Oh my gosh, I have to say this. Social media makes everything 10 times worse. So if you are comparing yourself as a person just generally, social media is going to amplify that. If you're insecure just generally, social media is going to amplify that. If you have anger issues, social media is going to amplify that, because those people who are in comment sections talking absolute crap, those are people who have issues in real life. And social media is amplifying it, because now their outbursts, reactions, their horrid behavior, it has no consequence, because you're behind a keyboard. No one knows who you are. For all we know, your user 1 million, and nothing's gonna happen to you if you swear at me, or you body shame me, or you drag my name like, nothing's gonna happen to you. There's no consequence. Social media has so much action with such little consequence that people think that that's the real world. We need to touch grass immediately. Addiction is a real thing. Maybe you're addicted to vape. I can say, I'm sorry that I'm making this a vape thing. Honestly, I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to single the vape people out. Please, this is a safe space. Honestly. Maybe you're addicted to your boyfriend. You can be. Maybe you're addicted to your girlfriend if you're a guy. Maybe you're addicted to alcohol. Maybe you're addicted to even more deeper and serious things like pornography, all of that stuff. Like, as human beings, we are very susceptible to addiction. So don't think that the people who you're seeing go to church or do this or do that or live these lives, don't think that they don't have addictions and problems. We all have a vice. We all have a kryptonite. We all have a weakness. We all have something that we use to take the edge off. Oh, I love how this thing smells. And another way that my social media decline has helped me is academically. Guys, my marks, ever since I lessened my screen time, girl, it's actually so scary that change can do that much. I'm back to journaling. I make it a point to journal at least every Thursday, which is my favorite day of the week. And today is Thursday, actually. I love Thursdays. Guys, I love seeing my growth, you know. One of the reasons why I didn't want to actually film this video at all, and I don't know if I'm going to post it. If I edit this video and it's making me cringe because I feel like I'm oversharing, but I won't. Because the whole gist about my channel is documenting my 20s. And my 20s is not just vlogs. It's not just me creating content. It's not just me going on fun dates and fun things and whatever. I'm going through shit. Mind my language, honestly. But like, I've got problems, guys. Big ones at that. And I don't want to ever look back and not be able to see how God has carried me through these things to where I eventually land. Like, that's gonna make me so emotional. Like, this year alone, you know, how God has carried me is so insane. It's so crazy. So if I don't document these things, these painful things, these unfortunate things, the sucky part about life, then I'm not living my truth. Then my channel is all about my life, my truth. So I can't come here and lie and say I'm perfect. I'm a girl and I'm just trying, and I'm trying to get through my 20s, and I'm trying to be successful, and I'm trying to make people proud, and I'm trying to just be a better person, and I want to help people on my journey as well. And I never want anyone to feel like they're alone in something. That's one thing that I've always felt like 1,001 more people are going through the exact same thing that you're going through, if not more. So never feel alone. There's nothing too embarrassing that you can't take to the cross, guys. And I'm a Christian, so I have to sprinkle some Jesus in everything. But there's nothing you can't take to the cross. That addiction that pain, those problems, those things that you hide. I was watching a video of Somizi the other day, and he was like, there's this particular mirror that he prefers over all the other mirrors in his house, because that mirror just makes him look better. It's very important for you to go to that mirror, the most honest mirror in your house, and look at it and make peace with what you're seeing. And if you don't like it, change it. And if you do well, great, And I really am realizing that, I have to confront my laziness. I have to confront this addiction that I have had. I have to confront my inconsistency. I have to confront my selfishness. I have to confront my flaws, guys. And those are actual real flaws. I'm not just listing things. That's how I feel about myself. Sometimes I feel like I could be more selfless. Sometimes I feel like I could be more giving. I could be nicer to people. I could be less moody. I could be more consistent, less lazy. I could be, there's so many things that I want to improve. And being honest with myself has gotten me so far in life this year alone. So I want to discover myself. Honestly, so live my truth. And I'm super, super glad that I did this video. Do you guys want to see the final look? Let me take off this bonnet so we can see the final look. I'll be back. I did decide to tie my hair back, and I did a bit of a wing liner as well, because I felt like my face looked a tad bit boring. One of the ways I feel like I improved, one of the things that I used to improve this addiction that I had was being very honest with myself, guys. When you see things like your marks declining, your social skills not being as normal as they usually are, and just you're disinterested in life, you're comparing your life to other people your age, you're stalking people, even if it's celebrities. Guys, you shouldn't be that invested in anyone's life. I just don't think that's a normal thing, where you can actually it's very simple to make things your idol, guys, which is also a sin, So just being honest with yourself about how much this thing is impacting you negatively is the way to go. I have this thing that I called self-bullying, which is basically things that I say to myself, and it's really helped me with my discernment as well. And I feel like the Holy Spirit now, because I'm more clearer and all of that, speaks to me more clearly. And when I'm spending too much time on my phone, I hear a voice saying, make your phone pass, things like that. I hear, I just have so many internal conversations with myself. I have more time on my hands. I'm more productive and all of that stuff. As opposed to just filling all those empty spaces and gaps in your day with mindless scrolling. And remember, when you're scrolling, especially through a For You page or Reels on Instagram or whatever the case is, you are looking for a feeling, something to satisfy you, even if it's a funny video, and you're not going to stop until you find that. That's why I feel like social media can also be a drag, because you're not going to stop scrolling until you find a video that actually makes you laugh. And how long will that take? If you're actively looking for something to make you feel better, how long will that take? I'm looking for the next best thing. I'm looking for endorphins from this phone, from this substance, from this, It's very dangerous. Okay, it's a very dangerous place to be. So just be very mindful of those things. There's nothing too shameful. The devil uses shame to deter us from God and take us away from him. The closer we are to God as well, the more things attack us. So just be wary of that. Don't ever think that you're going through something alone, and don't ever think that there's something that like is that hectic that God can't accept you or help you, if anything, with. Like, he's always literally one prayer away. And yeah, I just really hope that I helped someone. Thank you so much for 2K subscribers again, guys. Love you all the way down, period. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Join the family. It's a beautiful family. Slay. Follow me on all social media platforms, as ironic as that sounds. But you know what, guys, I'm actually a really good content creator, and this is not to sound like braggy or full of myself or pompous, but I think I am. So do follow me. Actually, if you're coming across the channel for the first time by chance, then you definitely were supposed to hear this message, and I have no shadow of doubt that you are in the right direction. As am I believe, I fully pray. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.